You can't say the title. I guess you can.
Oh, are we recording?
Here we are now.
Did they hear me say the top?
They didn't hear us say it.
Maverick.
What are we talking about today?
I don't know.
Top Gun Maverick.
Welcome to season 3 of the Explain Everything podcast. In the next 30 minutes, your two best friends are going to help you stay the smartest person in every room. And hey, tell all your friends about this podcast or you'll never meet your true love. Don't worry though, Neil will love you. Not more than chili cheese conies though. Don't be ridiculous. We've got new full episodes every Monday and little baby bonus episodes every Thursday. An all-new Explain Everything podcast starts right now. Looks like we made it.
I like how we just sit and listen to it.
Yeah, we're just like, oh, that's good.
Listen to our
Good job, Brian. Here's like we didn't know, like we didn't write it.
Yeah, we do it.
Brian just made it on his own. Maybe we really just jump right into that intro music now. We don't like
do
our 9 minutes of banter
No,
before.
I mean we can banter as much as we want, just not at the
before.
very beginning.
What if we just talk through it?
You gotta hook him. We talk right over top of him.
Yeah.
What if we commentate on what he's saying?
Oh,
while
that's
he's
pretty
saying?
I mean, we kind of do that.
Chili cheese conies.
Chili cheese cone.
Yeah.
I used to like when I was a teenager, I'd get the foot-long chili cheese cone.
Yes, they're
I don't
the best.
anymore because they're freaking gross.
Okay.
Hot dogs are gross.
Well,
Hot dogs are the worst part of the piggy.
no, it's actually all of the rest of the piggy.
I know what I'm saying. It's like, oh, this couldn't be made for real food. Let's make it like
great.
cylindrical prism and let's put it on bread.
I like it.
I like it.
I do like hot dogs.
Yeah, you know what? What do you put on your hot dog?
Chili and cheese.
That's it.
And jalapenos. No, I don't. Actually,
Like if you got we're
sriracha.
at a barbecue.
Have I told you that I'm addicted to sriracha?
Like on your hot dog?
On everything.
No.
Neil, name a food.
In the words of Snoop Dogg, you ain't got a lot of kick it.
Name a food. I'm putting sriracha on it.
All right. Well,
Don't try to think of something.
Broccoli.
I'm putting sriracha on it.
You lie.
I am. I'm chopping broccoli and putting some sriracha on it.
Do you really put sriracha on your hot dog? Is that what your topping?
Yes.
I'm at a barbecue. You're gonna walk out. You got sriracha?
And if you say no, I'm leaving your barbecue.
To go get sriracha at Dollar General.
I don't think they have it. If they do, there's a sriracha shortage.
Oh wow! Okay,
There really is.
Yeah.
We bought a bunch
You
of extra.
looked really serious. Your face
I'm
went from
dead serious.
joking about Dollar General to we need to solve this.
Well, that's not.
How are we gonna fix the
'cause
sriracha
it's
shortage
no
in
joke.
America?
We bought a lot of
Papa
extra.
Joe, make it happen. Get us that
You know who has
sriracha.
the best sriracha?
Papa Joe,
Starbucks.
Starbucks. They have sriracha.
Yes, you put it on your bacon
You
egg
are
bites.
giving me a lot of new information about sriracha I did not know.
Put it on you. We do an entire episode on sriracha.
Sure,
Let's
take me
start
there.
off first off on how you spell it.
Sir?
Sriracha.
It's actually Sir Rocha. He's the one that invented it. His name's Rocha, and he got knighted by the Queen.
Hey, Rocha.
Hello, Sir Rocha.
His name is actually Roger, but somebody.
Oh,
they did.
yeah.
Hey, Sir Roger.
The English people.
It's Sir Roger.
The English people say crazy things like top of the morning to
Roger. Actually, it's dead on. Roger. Roger.
Hello, Sir Rocha of Nottingham. That's from.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know what we're not talking about today?
Sir Rocha of Nottingham.
Did you see
People are, Tom
Top
Cruise
Gun?
is listening to this. He's like,
No.
"Where's my?" He's running at us.
Couple of things. Yeah, well, it won't take him long. He's short. He's very short.
Like it won't take him long. That means
No,
he's fast.
he's very fast.
Is he fast?
He looks fast.
It's
He
camera.
pumps his arms. Like that's actually how you run faster. Is you just move your arms faster.
Who runs more like a robot? Tom Cruise every time he runs, or you know what I'm about to say?
Robots.
No, Daniel Craig in Skyfall.
Oh.
Who runs more like a robot? You know what I'm talking about? Where he's high stepping.
Daniel Craig.
Okay, because it's like his knees are too high. It's like this
Yeah.
is not a warm up for a high school football game.
He looks like he hasn't stretched in a long
Daniel
time.
Craig?
Yeah.
He hasn't needed to. He just pushes people. He doesn't have to run after them.
He pushes them.
Yeah, he's a big upper body guy. He's a big old upper body. Him and Sriracha, they work out together.
Big up a bloody guy.
He's a big upper body guy.
Hey, how many times did you see Top Gun Maverick?
Oh, I saw it one full time.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah, like a moderate, normal human being. How many times did you see it?
I've seen it a couple times.
You like planes.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't like the Navy though.
Well, they're not. They're just. They help the planes take off in the movie. That's all they did.
They give the planes a place to take off
Yeah,
in
that's
the
all
water.
they're for. Navy's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're just the home base.
They're like the floaties for the rest of the military.
Yeah.
No, they're not. My dad was in the Navy. Sorry, Dad.
Oh, Dad. Yeah,
Long
he
time
wears
listener.
Navy. I wear Navy all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did they name the color after the army thing, or was it vice versa?
I don't think that's how it worked.
Which one was first?
I don't know. Which came first?
Yeah, which came first?
I think the army came first.
Over the color?
Sure.
You're saying the army came before. The Americans only been around for like 200 years. Like, we're not even that old.
So you only saw this movie one time?
Yeah, you act like that's weird that I only saw it one time.
It's really
in theaters.
good. What would you give? What would you rate this movie? Because this
Out of
movie
10?
yes, out of 10.
I don't like an 8 or 9.
Wow.
What do you rate it?
That's really high.
That's not that. I like almost every movie I've seen.
Oh, you give them all 8s or 9s?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty close. I don't think it's hard to get below a 7
You
for
shouldn't
me.
be a Google reviewer.
Well, because I like things. I know you're very hateful on Google reviews.
I'm not hateful. I'm honest.
Yeah, that's mean. That's someone's livelihood. You're like, they didn't blink at me when it was like unnerving because they stared at me while I was ordering.
No.
You
If there are
bash 'em.
5 stars and I'm about ready to rate someone on the, the thing is,
You're the guy on Uber that's like, how did I get a 4-star?
I just
got in, I paid, and I left. And you're
best
like,
gas station bathroom I have ever been in? No, it's not.
It doesn't need to be the best. It needs to be a great experience for what it serves.
Out of
like,
5
this come and go doesn't need to be rated a 4-star. Why? Because there was a little bit of water on the sink?
It can't be a 5.
Why not?
This is not my greatest bathroom experience in a gas station.
You're not ranking them in order. You're saying,
They
does
are.
this meet the expectations of what I need?
Okay.
If it meets all the expectations, that's a 5.
Okay, so the things that have gotten a 5, the garden tomb where Jesus was buried got a 5.
Okay.
That got a 5. This come and go bathroom, probably not getting
You're
a
not
5.
Come and Go's not competing with Jesus' resurrection site. It's just like, does it give me gas and can I go pee and poo without looking eye to eye with another man because the door isn't on there?
Depends on what you ate at that gas station.
Nobody eats at gas stations. That's where you're in the. You don't
Josh
go.
Rawls
Oh, I
eats
went
at
to
gas
Ruth
stations.
Chris to fill up my gas tank. Like don't go to a gas station to make food. You go there if it's 2 a.m. and your stomach hurts. Then you eat their food. Otherwise, you're asking for that. That's on you. You rate yourself a 4-star, give them 5. I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about lower rankings on stuff that's like deserves it. So good. I'm so sorry. I did not know I'd be yelling at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well, we're in a co-work space. We have our new studio space over here.
Yeah, great. And we stopped doing video, so that's great.
We totally
They
did.
can't see it.
The one time that we're not on
We can't do video because the video
closet.
Yeah, well, the camera is like up my nose if we're trying to
It's a very
film
small podcast room, but it is quaint. That's what I would say.
You can't say quaint without me thinking of Amish Paradise by Weird Al. And we ain't really quaint, so please don't point and stare. We're just technologically impaired. Are you ready to talk about your little movie you've seen 8 times in
I haven't
theaters?
seen 8 twice. I saw it twice.
Twice. So you spent like what, $40 on this thing in theaters? Not
Actually,
including
no.
for
My
your
son
kids?
paid for the
Yeah.
first one. I had to pay
sick.
for the second one.
Okay.
I did
Buy
like
one,
the
get one.
movie, and I would give this movie a 9. That's very high.
You went back. Yeah, I
That's
know.
very,
What's a
very
10? Because you don't give 10s for anything. What's it? Name any movie that's a 10?
Sicario.
Seriously?
Yeah. For me.
Get this a
that
haunting
was a
movie.
10. Yeah, that's the way I like my movies.
Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher.
What else? What else? Rise of the Minion or the Rise of Gru.
That's a haunting movie. I was trying to do haunting
movies. So this movie has hit basically every milestone. It's
called Every Miles Teller Stone.
Every Miles Teller Stone. So August 8th, Top Gun overtook James Cameron's Titanic as the 7th top domestic. And I keep in mind this is domestic.
I didn't know Titanic was 7th. Behind a bunch of Avengers movies.
Domestic.
Oh, internationally.
Yes. Internationally, things are totally different. So then
crazy.
on the 19th of August, it overtook Infinity War, not Endgame. Infinity War as the 6th top grossing. What are the only movies? Oh, dang it. You just looked.
I just
looked.
Okay.
What are the only other movies that are ahead of it?
If I was guessing, I know Black Panther, I know Endgame. Those were like the top 2 that you didn't say for Marvel.
Yeah.
You said Avatar already, right? No. You said Titanic. So
you said
Avatar would
Avatar.
be up there.
Yep.
If I'm thinking others.
Jimmy Cameron.
Maybe like one of the Star Wars films, like The Force Awakens.
Yes.
That's number
number
one.
one.
I didn't see that
That's
one.
number one.
I promise I didn't see it.
936 million domestically.
That's not bad. So we're just talking domestic.
Just domestic.
Domestic and foreign.
Domestic.
Oh, okay.
Period.
Just domestic. Okay. But not domestic and foreign.
There's
I
one
didn't know
in
if you
here.
meant domestic America or domestic in the world. Like, we're not counting Mars or Venus or any of the other planets.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so
On the planet Earth.
question.
Yes.
All right. I'm an astronaut.
We're
First person on Mars. I go up there.
Uh-huh.
I watch Avatar real quick. Does that mean that now we have 3 rankings? It earned this much domestic, this much international, and this much universally.
Yeah. Universally?
Because you're adding like $20 for the viewing on Mars. Like, are we going to do that? Because I'm really excited for that moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
I thought you were going to ask me what kind of a rating Mars gets out of 5 stars.
well, it doesn't matter. You can't go there. You can't sit in the gas. You got to go in the gas station.
What is the movie that is? It's actually number 3 on all time domestic.
I don't know. I didn't look. Spider-Man. That's the only one I didn't say.
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
I said the rest though, and I didn't look.
And you got all. Black Panther's one that always throws me off. I forget that it earned that much domestically.
Racist.
No,
Wow. Deal. Canceled. Canceling.
It's because we always talk about Avatar. We always talk about Star
James
Wars.
Cameron. Yeah, he's always reminding us that he did something.
So those movies are coming out. The new Avatar movies are coming out, and they're bringing the original Avatar back to the theaters
so
beforehand.
He can crank it back up.
It's not so he can crank it back up because people forgot what any of it was about. No one remembers.
Did you like? What would you rank Avatar?
2.
You didn't like it?
I hated it.
Yeah, it wasn't that
I didn't
great.
like it. I thought I was watching a big cartoon. I didn't like it.
I don't mind that. I just wasn't like I watched it. I was like, oh, this is fine. Like I didn't think
okay.
oh, this is a top 5 domestic grossing film. Oh, yeah. You take a left on San Bernardino. California. No, I don't know. I was unimpressed.
So, Top Gun Maverick has made, on the 19th when it overtook, it's the 6th top grossing film. Here's the thing: is that was just domestic. It's 662 domestic ticket sales. It is the biggest grossing film in Paramount's 110-year history, and it has made $2.2 billion globally. So it has passed up all these other movies globally.
Globally, it won.
It has won. Now, here's the thing:
is
it hasn't even played in China yet.
Are they going to let it?
Well, so we'll eventually get to that. Some spoilers there towards the end.
Oh, wow.
This is Tom Cruise's first film to reach $1 billion. This is the first film that he has ever made that made over $100 million in a single weekend. This is the one that I didn't know. Christopher McHugh is what Tom Cruise calls him, is the same guy that has done the last 2 Mission Impossible films with him and is doing the next 2. They're like longtime buddies. They're pals.
Like us.
They're pals. Yeah, they don't have a podcast. That's good.
No, they're not on our podcast.
I have not.
In your face.
They're not here. So this movie happens 30 years later, which is, when is the last time you've seen a movie like that where, I mean, Star Wars, is it 30 years?
I don't know. It was like 20. I thought it was like 25.
Something like that. Yeah, it's not quite the same. So Miles Teller, good old Miles, he got to pick his own call sign.
Yeah.
They gave him choices of different call signs that he could choose from.
He didn't really get to pick.
He did. Well,
hey, do you want to be Rooster or Rooster?
Rooster, which is Powell. Glenn Powell, is that his name?
Yeah.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Colin Powell.
He wanted to be called Sniper, but he had to eventually be called, what was it? What is his call sign?
The Manster.
No, it's like something to do with cards.
Maverick.
No, I forget what his is.
Spades.
Gosh,
Hearts.
Wish we had.
Hearts.
I don't think so.
Clubs.
Go fish. They're not allowed to use call signs that are currently being used by other actual pilots.
Oh,
didn't know this.
Did not either.
Sniper is being used by someone else as a call sign, and so they had to change.
It seems like there'd be a lot of call signs, though, right?
Being actively used,
not like retire, like they're not the jerseys
retired.
up in the thing.
Yeah, their jerseys not floating up in the whatever.
Yeah.
So there were 3.
I have to use the restroom already.
Okay.
You keep talking.
Yeah, no, go. You should do it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even have music for it. I don't have any Tingletown music. Oh my gosh. Okay, couple things that are super cool about the very first Top Gun and then came full circle into Top Gun Maverick. Maybe you knew about this. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. The Navy actually helped pay for a lot of the first film. They said that they used it as a recruitment video. Like, I originally was in the notes, I put something about like the advertising. It was like one of the best advertisements that the United States Navy ever had, but it's not. They look at it as the best piece of recruitment material that they have ever used. After the first Top Gun movie came out in 1986, Navy's recruitment went up 600 times after that first film came out. Like, that's insane. This one has not had quite that same like spike in viewers, in recruitment and all that kind of stuff. The original movie cost $15 million to make. This one cost $150 million.
That's
Granted,
more.
It is more.
Yeah.
And that's math.
Yeah.
Tyler
Academy.
Do you want to do? Is that our sponsorship?
Oh, are we?
Yeah, was it paid? Hang on a second. It'll take me a second to cue it up. But yeah, if you think about that, like that's a lot more.
That's so much
money.
more money. That's the number is higher on one than the other.
How much higher though?
Oh, it's a considerable amount. Considerable
We're
amount.
paid promotions. We're definitely not paid to promote portion of the podcast.
Hey guys, we want to bring you our sponsor today, math, and so we're so thankful for numbers and stuff, shapes when it's appropriate, and we're just variables. I guess we have to include that in our team, but quadratic formula, Pythagorean theorem, solving linear equations.
Where could people find out more about math?
You just have to go to your local guy with glasses. Guys with glasses, they know math. I know that from movies.
Your
Neil.
local.
Your local guy with
They
glasses.
do.
Yeah.
They're
You walk in
always-
like, oh, we need a problem solved. It's like,
Excuse me, I could have handled this for you.
Seth Green in The Italian Job didn't have glasses.
yes, he
He
did.
was the math guy.
He was wearing contacts. He wasn't a math guy. He was a computer guy, Neil.
Oh, big
computer
difference.
guys not to be. Computer guys, you can tell because they're wearing loose-fitting jeans and Sanux.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is
A
not brought to
button-up
them.
that doesn't match the T-shirt.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, this is just by math. Sorry, back to the
that segment
main
is done.
main
That
course.
segment is done.
Yeah, you don't want me to keep going by math.
Paid. That's the PPPPPPP portion of our
What is that
podcast.
What does that stand for?
Paid promotions. We're not paid to promote portion of the podcast.
That's really good that you can do that.
Yeah, it's just.
You're so skilled, Neil. Skilled Neil, that's what they called him in third grade. Oh, it's all skilled Neil, back at it again. He was like,
So there were 3 different actors who were up for the part of Goose, including Miles Teller.
Goose or Roos?
Rooster, sorry.
Okay.
Gooster. Rooster. So it was Miles Teller was the first one. Glenn Powell was the other guy.
Yeah, he didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
He got this.
And a guy named Nicholas Hoult. These 3 guys were flown out to Tom Cruise's
Wait, what was the
house.
third guy?
Nicholas Hoult.
Was he in there?
Hoult.
What's he in? He's in some stuff, right?
Yeah, you should look him up.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you see his face, you'll be like, "Oh, I know him."
Okay.
Oh, he and I, we're buddies. They were flown out to Tom Cruise's
Oh,
house.
I know him. We were buddies. We flew out to
Tom Cruise's
first
house.
X-Men First Class.
For chemistry tests. That's what they like chemistry
All 3 at
tests.
the same time?
No, individually
good,
to see how they interacted with Tom Cruise at Tom's house.
Wow.
But Tom Cruise liked Glenn Powell so much, they gave him a different role.
How does that make you feel if you're Nicholas, though? Like,
Yeah.
one got the role you went for.
Yeah.
One was so good they made a role for him.
Yeah.
And the other was like, all right, well, good luck on the new X-Men spinoff.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Good luck in Dead Bodies 2.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Jennifer Connelly, she plays Penny Benjamin. I think a lot of people probably know this. There is a call. This is a callback.
Yeah.
So in the original one, they made it's a 1-sentence thing about the admiral's daughter that was mentioned in the first movie.
Yeah.
That is Penny Benjamin's
Yeah,
character. I didn't realize this. They actually got engaged in this movie.
When?
Well, if you'd seen it twice. No. There's a scene where they're actually right before he goes out on his big mission or whatever. It's the 2 of them out like on the beach, and they show a shot. She's wearing an engagement ring. They don't actually show you the engagement portion of it, but they're like talking, they whisper or whatever, and they have a moment. But then they're standing out there just like, I don't know, as adults, like calmly thinking, pensively looking off into the the ocean.
Not greased up with Vaseline, dancing shirtless on the beach kind of scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. They had to shoot that scene twice.
I did hear that.
They-
Yeah, because the guys like all went and like, after they worked out.
Yeah.
So much for that scene. After the scene, they celebrated, hung out.
Ate a ton of food.
And then like 2 days later, Tom Cruise was like, no fam.
We're redoing it.
and then they all had to like work out like crazy, go back on keto.
I work out. Keto.
I'm assuming
Oh,
that's what all those
dropping. That's what
actors
they
do.
did.
That's the only thing I've ever done that actually made me lose weight. So
Oh, there it is.
actually, I lost 4 pounds, Neil. Yeah.
On keto?
No, I lost like 20 something pounds on keto.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I lost over 20 pounds on keto.
We should explain that.
Keto? We already did, I think.
we did.
Oh, okay, sick.
We did.
We talk about explaining things all the time. We've already made episodes. Like, we should explain weddings.
Entire episode.
We did that.
We did it. Yeah, we did it. So the Navy has said that obviously they paid for the first movie and a lot of this for the second movie. They put a lot of their
Navy
time.
helped pay for this movie?
Oh gosh, the first one, yes. The second one, yeah. Because so they didn't charge them exactly what it should have cost. So the use of an F-18 jet costs the producers $11,000 per hour per plane. They were in these a lot. So that chews up that $150 million really quickly. An F-18 actually costs $75 million each. So the Navy is definitely not, it's like they went to Hertz and they have like a rental fee. Like this is not that much. 11 grand an hour is not that much.
No, we could do that.
We could do that.
We'll do it.
We should do that.
Okay.
We need to get a plane first.
No, we just got 11 grand.
Oh,
We don't gotta
we
get a
should
plane.
go rent one of their planes?
You're renting the people. You're in the plane.
I thought you were
right?
going to say like buy a plane and rent it out.
No,
That's
I
75
don't want to Turo this thing. Like, I want to.
Yeah.
Is that an
I don't
Airbnb
want
for
John
planes?
Turturro this thing.
Wow.
That actually was Tom Cruise's World War II era P-51 Mustang at the end of the movie. So there's some people
Show off.
that say, so the F-18 has two different versions of the plane. One where it's just one person in the plane flying it, and the other version has two, which you see that in the movie.
Yeah.
They were supposed to technically not allow Tom Cruise to ever fly the F-18
By himself.
by himself.
Wait, without
not by
anybody-
himself,
but-
but with another person.
Like,
in
he
there.
wasn't able to hold the controls.
They said that he wasn't allowed to. That was like they stipulated that the Navy did, but I'm pretty sure that he did.
You think
He's
he
Tom, yeah, that's Tom Cruise. He wants to do that.
Yeah. He didn't have anybody in there with him, did he?
Yeah.
In his plane?
Oh yeah.
No, I mean,
No,
like
in the movie, no.
So it's convenient who has a co-pilot and who doesn't.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you're going to be stranded and have to, like, we don't need, like,
Yeah.
Billy tagging along. Hey,
Yeah.
Tom, hold
Hey,
up. Maverick, wait for me.
Hey,
We're having,
Billy.
Rooster and I are having a moment. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people who said there's no use of CGI at all in this movie. It's not actually true.
Nope.
Every one of the plane shots is 100% real. The only thing that they did use CGI for is the missiles and the things that those
The
planes
things
were
that
firing.
kill people. Got it. Yeah, yeah.
Everything else is real.
Oh, yeah.
100% of that.
real.
I think a lot of these people know like that the actors had to actually run the cameras, they had to do their own makeup and all that kind of stuff and make sure they got the shots.
They didn't make the pilot do that. Like, hey, I know you're flying this thing, but I'm paying 11 grand in a
Turn
minute
around.
or an hour.
Yeah.
You can
think this
adjust
thing
the
would-
GoPro, my guy.
Gosh, come on. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like, what cameras did
four-
they use? Because big
IMAX.
cameras. Oh, wow. Aren't they big?
So they broke these things down to where they were in the cockpit with them, but they used the actual lens portion of it. There are 3 of them up in front of these actors surrounding them, and then they compiled all that footage back together. In IMAX, it's even better. If you wanted to watch it twice, you could.
I don't want him to break. I don't want him to break the domestic records.
Okay. All right. This movie had 5 release dates.
That it kept getting pushed back.
Yes. The first one was July 12th, 2019.
That's cray.
That's insane. Then it got pushed to June 26, 2020. Then it got pushed back to almost that Christmas, December 23rd, 2020. They kept trying. Like COVID's happening. Like, maybe this will happen. They're like, no, that didn't happen. Then they moved it to the next summer, July 2nd, 2021. That didn't happen. They moved it to November 19th. They thought we'll get Thanksgiving 2021. All these surges kept happening. And then finally, May 27th, 2022. Now they definitely did still keep working on this thing, and they kept tweaking.
Yeah.
Tweaking.
Not twerking, tweaking.
No, big difference. Val Kilmer has battled throat cancer. A lot of people have known that. The only way that Tom Cruise would actually make this movie is if Val Kilmer reprised his role. He said, if you don't, then he's not doing this movie. That's a lot of pressure.
Wow.
He didn't actually speak in this movie. I know there's this scene where he's typing that stuff out, but there is a moment where he uses a little bit of his energy and he does talk to him very quietly.
Yeah.
It's not his voice. Well, he did not speak in that moment. He couldn't. He has no voice at all. So they hired an AI company called Sonantic.
And he'll never have a voice again, correct?
Correct. It's gone. Sonantic, Sonantic. What they did is they used AI to take voice snippets from the actor's past roles to actually create the voice.
Do they know
that he
roles? Like
used.
any Batman Forever situation?
Any of them
Cool.
in that suit? Yeah. Any
Little
of them.
Genius?
Yeah.
Underrated.
Could be. Yeah.
Underrated.
Heat.
That's a 10.
Heat is a 10?
No, I've never seen Heat. But
What?
I've never seen Heat. Did you really not hear me, or did you want me to say it again?
No, go ahead. What?
No, I've never seen it.
Okay.
I know it's great. I know it's like
Bobby
the epic,
De Niro, Al Pacino.
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
And Val Kilmer.
Yeah, I know they're all in it.
Val Kilmer. They use the way that he loads and unloads or reloads his weapon as a training video for FBI agents because he did it so perfectly.
Really?
Yes.
In Heat.
Still want to go not watch it?
Maybe I won't.
There's no way. It's not that good.
I'll wait till it comes back in theaters.
Michael Mann. They're talking about making a second one.
The Heat 2.
He,
I won't know how that plays out because I don't know how the first one ends.
well, you're probably going to watch the first one.
Yeah, probably never
Yeah,
watch
you
that
might want
first.
to. So, Lewis Pullman.
Why do we call it Heat 2? Why don't we call it Heat also?
Why don't we call it Heats?
Okay. Because there's more than one now. You've made two. That makes total sense, Neil.
Heats. Heat 2. Yeah, I don't know why do we call it Heats. Lewis Pullman plays Bob. Bob is the guy who like operates the laser on that one plane. He's got the glasses. Everybody kind of makes fun of him.
Yeah, Bob. You're just going to say Bob. It was like
Bob.
the only joke in the whole thing was that his name was Bob.
Well, Lewis Pullman, guess who his dad is?
I mean, now that you said his last name, I'd guess Bill.
Correct. Bill Pullman, who also flew an F-18 in Independence Day as the president.
This is our Independence Day.
That's him. That's his dad.
Wasn't he also the dude from While You Were Sleeping?
Yes.
With Sandra Bullock?
And Spaceballs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. They're all
He flew
good.
a plane in that too, right?
He flew a Winnebago.
No, that's right. What'd you rate that movie? Out of 10?
That's a 10.
Really?
No. I do remember seeing. I'm going to date how old I am here on this. I remember watching that movie in theaters, and I had no idea. I was way too young. My parents. Have I told you this story before?
Oh no. Okay.
My parents
Have I
and
told
my
you that our
aunts
parents?
and uncles. I have parents. We went to a movie theater to see that movie, and it was a bunch of the cousins and brothers and sisters were there to see that movie. But the adults went in another theater to go see their movie. There was like I don't know what it was. I'm not sure what it was, but it wasn't a movie that children could go see. How about that? I know. It was probably Heat.
It was called
Heat.
The Indecent Proposal.
Oh gosh!
With
and
The Natural.
They're sitting in a row behind us for like the first 10 minutes of our movie until ours is done, so then they can go to their movie. And they were laughing their heads off. And I remember us as a kid were like, "Well, I don't understand what's so funny about this movie. We just didn't get it. We didn't get it."
You're too young.
I was so
Had
young.
you seen the Space
naive.
Space Wars yet? Before that? Had you seen that? Would you rate Space Wars?
Space Trek?
Space Trek Wars.
Space Trek Wars. The villains, they had a little bit of a problem with the villains because they called them MiGs or bogies. But if you notice it, they don't ever actually tell you what country they are from. They had to do this on purpose because of the political climate in the world. They couldn't say that it was Russia because of everything that's going on with the Ukraine.
Yeah.
And so what they did is they did not give any actual like indication. They said the villains had to be either multinationals or they had to not have a home.
Like they have multiple ethnicities that
Yes.
they're like different parents from different places.
Something like that. Multinationals. It could have been from multiple different places, multiple nations. I don't know.
Like the people or
The people and the like. You can't really see a flag on the planes that they're fighting against.
Okay.
And they said that they did not want to alienate foreign audiences who were watching this later on. They're like, you don't want to be in Russia.
Yeah,
and
they
you're
want that
watching this.
international.
Yeah.
But did they think of people
China was
from
one of the
different
biggest
planets?
ones. Yeah.
Because they don't know how to
How
ostracise them either.
crazy.
What if all of the people on
would that
Mars,
be?
then your third one, you're going to be like, oh, we've only got 2 people that have seen us. We're ranked second.
Yeah, that's
Not all the astronauts watched our movie. One was like, this is boring and walked off.
all right. Well, you know what time it is now.
It's like 6:45.
No, it's time.
Oh, okay.
It's time for my favorite segment.
What?
This is 60 seconds of improv with accents. Hope you're ready for this.
Okay.
Oh, Tyler.
Italian?
Tyler. No, this is Rocha.
Oh, this is
Oh, I'm Russian.
well, it's multinational.
I hate this movie.
We have
the
so
vodka,
much left to talk about.
I cannot stand movie. Terrible depiction.
It's not true to Russia.
I
We
would-
would have definitely hit Tom Cruise's face.
Crush the neck of Tom Cruise.
We would have jumped our plane,
He's so short.
punch him in through glass.
Potato vodka
Potato vodka.
is first thing I can think of when I
So
talk
good.
of Russia.
Two things. Potato. Oh, because there's no good food.
You're in the
Eat
gulag.
potato and you drink the vodka.
Not goulash, but gulag.
Punch Tom Cruise, punch Bruce Willis, punch even your Bill Pullman in face.
Who's this rooster?
This not my Independence Day.
snap
I
the
welcome
neck
aliens.
of rooster.
Come to my planet, alien. I punch you in face too.
We would take over Mars.
Yes. I would punch Tom Cruise in face, but he's too short.
He's-
I punch overhead.
I have to knee him in the face
would knee
with my
in
knee.
face.
He's so short. Oh,
that was
our time.
Dang.
This
We're
was
really hitting our stride there at the end. Beating up Tom Cruise.
that. Yeah, that was really good. That was 60 seconds of improv with accents. That was my favorite segment. That one says Moscow, but I have a couple other ones here that are not. That was very
good.
well timed.
Good
See?
choice.
Did it. The song.
St. Basil's Cathedral. That's in Moscow.
Why didn't we talk about that? Do you want me to go back and play the song again?
Yeah. Yes.
The song "I Ain't Worried," the song that One Republic did in the beach scene with the football and all that kind of stuff. They got a call from Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. They originally thought the Lady Gaga song was the one that was going to be the big song, the one that she does at the very end. Lady Gaga does a song where they're flying away with.
Yeah,
with
I
Penny.
remember all the songs from the movie.
Do you have the album?
Yeah,
art
dude.
up
I
in
bought
your-
it on CD, compact disc.
Got it on Laserdisc. They got a call from Tom Cruise and they're like, hey, here's what we're trying to go for. This has to be a big moment in the movie when everybody can take a break. They need to breathe. They need to laugh. They need to have a good time.
Just
so we
watch
have
some
to get there.
just playing very unorganized, loose rule football
For the second
like,
time.
What are the rules here? Like they call it, there's a name for it.
The rules were we need to film during golden hour. That was the only rule.
And just run
was
around
it.
and like do the lean back flexy thing.
That-
like from Varsity Blues. You remember? It's like
same
playing
thing.
Thunder, and he scores a touchdown. He stands up. He's lean back flexing like and like you can flex everything because you're like leaned back and
Yeah.
you're flexing your arms.
If I'm flex, I'm definitely gonna lean back.
I'm a lean back flexor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Fat Joe. Lean back.
So they got this call. They talked to Tom Cruise, and they're like, "Yeah, we think we can do this." They made that song overnight. They talked to him in the afternoon.
No way.
They went and wrote this thing out and recorded it that night and sent him the song the next morning. They don't get a call back from him. Tom Cruise gets the song. They go into the edit room and they put the song in, which is not the finished version of the song. They put the song in the edit and they're like, this thing is perfect. He said they were in tears in the edit room. He gets on the phone and calls One Republic and says, you have just saved our entire film. This is unbelievable. I'm like, okay, all right, whatever.
Yeah, that was the linchpin.
That was it. It was just what. So they had to make a big decision because the whole Kenny Loggins thing, the
Kenny Loggins.
the original Kenny Loggins song,
Yeah, I remembered that.
Highway
Highway
to the Danger Zone.
Highway to the Danger Zone. That's all.
Yeah, this also brought to you by AutoZone, our new partner here in the paid promotions. We're not paid to promote a portion of it, but that song is a huge hit, and it definitely helped the movie. All right, I think
This song was a hit.
the song is
This is
definitely
the song
a
they
hit.
thought was going to be the hit from the movie.
Yeah,
No, you're not listening anymore.
no, that's not the song that was going to be a hit.
No.
they thought
One
it was-
Republic's great. Now, question. If they weren't able to come up with the song overnight, do you think the next morning they would have just sent him their old song? It's too late to apologize.
Yeah,
Okay.
and acted like it wasn't.
Or
that
no, they're
song.
just like, no, they're saying, I'm sorry, we couldn't come up with it. But they do it as that.
oh yeah.
And Tom Cruise doesn't know it. And
He
so
has
he
no
plays it
idea.
during the football scene.
And they're
'Cause
like-
he doesn't know how rules work for sports.
He also
Like, I
doesn't-
get that you run a lot, but you don't know that like, how sports work.
He doesn't.
Tom,
He doesn't. He's never done a sports movie, has he?
I don't think so.
I don't think he has.
I don't think he has.
Does Tom Cruise not understand sports?
No, he doesn't.
Oh my gosh.
He understands like guns and
Stunts.
running.
Guns and running and wow.
He doesn't know sports.
Tom Cruise doesn't know
He can do
sports.
things where he's falling.
You know who does know sports?
The guys from Lonely Island.
The question on everyone's mind, will it rock?
He played football.
The answer is probably yes.
And as we learned in our one episode with our guest Wesley Lewis, because wrestling isn't real, wrestling is not a sport. It's
true.
So do we definitely know that?
Did Wesley say it was a sport?
No.
Is it bad to yawn during your own podcast?
Are we tiring you out?
Yeah, it's a lot. I need some hydration.
All right. Does this movie get any better with Dwayne The Rock Johnson in it.
Absolutely, it does.
Where is he at in this movie?
Okay, first off, here's what happens. They bring him up, plane comes up. It's just like that scene in Red Notice. Is it Red Notice in that movie he's in? You know, is that the name of it? Red
Where
Notice.
he couldn't get in that one car?
Yeah, he couldn't get in the car. He can't get in the plane.
Yeah, the hatch is open.
Yeah. And then so what he does is he borrows Air Force One.
Oh.
And then he gets on the plane. Harrison Ford's on there. Get off my plane. So we just brought in Harrison Ford and The Rock for one small price.
Man.
Less than the cost of flying one plane.
That's incredible.
Yeah, because Harrison was already on the plane.
Wow.
Yeah.
The only other, you could also put Dwayne The Rock Johnson in here. He's standing underneath the window at Penny's house. When Tom Cruise has to jump out the window, he's there to catch him.
Yeah, because he's
and
the
there's
boyfriend.
no explanation.
Because Penny, here's the deal. The most unrealistic thing about this entire movie is the fact that she's that attractive. She owns the bar. She's financially wealthy by herself.
Yep.
Like she's got the most like normal teenage daughter on planet Earth, like the most understanding. Like no teenage daughter's that understanding. No. My daughter's 10. She doesn't understand anything I say. All right, and so it's like that woman doesn't exist. I get that your plane can go flip backwards. You know, we should be sound effects guys. Hey Tom. Top Gun Maverick 3, the Goose's grandson
in space, and that's what it sounds like in the fights.
We got to read out Mars audience.
They're definitely into this.
Yeah.
All right, so it would be better with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Obviously.
Yeah. How could this be bad?
I mean,
or the plane at the very end when it has to try and take off, it pushes them up in the air.
I'm sorry, I got really excited.
Go.
Okay, here's what happens. Okay, so Tom Cruise, he's in there with Penny, and they're talking, and they're like, "Hey, we love each other," blah blah blah, whatever. And so they're talking about it. I'm sorry, I'm so excited I can't even think of how to lead into it. Okay, and they're sitting there, and then all of a sudden something happens. They hear the daughter come in, and before she comes in, Tom runs to the window. The Rock standing at the window. He's got a piece of paper. You know where I'm going with this? No, you don't.
No.
He slaps the paper to the window, and Tom looks at it and it says, "Not Penny's boat." Got it. Brought Lost into this. Boom.
Wow.
Lost end credits.
Wow.
Movie's over.
He's also very tall.
Oh, yeah. He's Tom. The Rock's so tall. And Tom's
floor.
not tall.
No.
So he needs 2 stories so that you can't tell how short he is.
It's like Harry Potter size and Hagrid size.
Yes.
Yeah, I brought that around.
Ear Wizard Harry.
That's great.
How's that book coming along?
I'm still in it.
Neil book update. He hadn't read it in 6 months.
It's so slow.
We quit the podcast. You quit me.
All right. Hey, this is, you should definitely go see Top Gun Maverick.
How many times?
I mean, at least once.
What would you rate it?
I already told you. It was a 9.
Yeah, I can't
I gave it a 9.
But you gave Spaceballs a 10.
It's one of the, no, that was a joke. It is definitely one of the best action movies that I've ever seen.
Ever?
And the story is.
You're going to say it's one of the best action movies you've ever seen, and it's not a 10. What's an action movie that got a 10 in your book?
I'm pretty sure I already said Sicario.
That's not an action movie.
No, you're right. Definitely not. You said it was a dark. You said, what was it? It's not an
dark
action
comedy
movie.
It's like the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
My mom wouldn't watch Cable Guy because it's a dark comedy.
dark.
Guess what? Watched it anyways, Mom. Felt bad. Told Dad. He told Mom. Found out years later.
Felt bad. Told Dad.
Felt bad. Told Dad.
He told Mom.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not going to tell your mother. He did.
Oh,
wow, Tommy.
Good parents. They're telling each other everything.
Yeah, but also don't tell my mom.
Don't tell me, Mom.
I want her to buy clothes from Abercrombie for me. Get my one shirt for the year.
Aw. Yeah, school season.
They're
Back to
so
school
expensive.
season is there.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, we did so good on this episode.
I think we did it.
This was pretty good.
Yeah. I think this is a really good.
Do we do it in 30 minutes?
Go see this
25
one.
minutes?
We're at 38, but not bad. All right, guys.
I can live with that.
Thank you for listening.
Oh, you want me to do the outro?
I mean,
You're looking at me like,
should.
oh, I got to do it
We
before I
should
hit the
do
button.
it. I have to hit the button.
Hey, guys, thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Tyler and Neil Explain Everything, officially your 4th favorite podcast. New episodes every Monday and little baby bonus episodes every Thursday. And remember, if you want to meet your true love, send this podcast to your friends. Looks like you made it.